As we have completed with our step 6, let's move on to the step 7, that is the define the load pattern. We here basically we will be defining the gravity loads for this first model. Okay, we define in the gravity loads there are basically live load, dead load, floor finish and ceiling plaster load, and the wall loads. Okay, and other loads are present like the wind load and the earthquake loads we will be defining in the further models. As you are a beginner and you are starting the modeling, we will be going with the simplest form, that is the gravity loads. Okay, so now let's define the load pattern in the form of the gravity load. Just go to our ETABS model. This is our ETABS model, right? Here to define the load pattern, we go for here, just in the menu bar, click on this define, and there is an option here present as the load pattern. Just click on this load pattern and a window will open like this of the defined load patterns. Here the pre-made default two sets are being present, which are being added by the software itself. Okay, that are the dead load and the live load. Next we have to add the floor finish and ceiling plaster load and the wall load. Okay, to this dead load, that is what is the here in this load format we provide the naming as the dead load, live load, floor finish and ceiling plaster load and the wall load. Okay, here in this second type, here is the type, here we have to provide this much type of the loads are being present. Okay, so there is a option here as the super dead load. As you may know that what are the super dead loads, or just I will say that here the dead load. Dead load means whatever we have model here. Okay, the beam, column, slabs that are being present in our model are the software will take all this information by as when you right click on your model, you can see that all the information of your slab and all that, like here its dimension, perimeter and area, total area, and it calculates its total volume and provide us the load format. Okay, and it will calculate all this loading on its own for the dead load. Okay, and what is the live load? Live load is nothing but the whichever object that is moving, that we people move on the floors. That is the live load, which is acting on the shells. Shells means the which acts on the flooring. That is the live load. Anything the table, fridge, refrigerator, or any big machine present in our homes is the live load. Okay, which is movable. Then what comes under the super dead? These super dead loads are nothing but the tile work present, the floor finish present on this shell. Okay, and then and the wall load are also the super dead load, which are taken by the software. Okay, we have to put their values and we have to define them. So first of all we need to define them, how it works. So just click here and put here name as the wall load. First of all we will define for the wall load. Just click here and type wall load, then in the wall load enter. Once again, no need to, we should not enter it. Just go once again to the load patterns. In it, just type the here the name as the wall load, and here choose the type. Here in it we have to choose this much types are being present. For the wall load, we choose the type as the super dead load. Okay. Don't click downward. We have to choose here options. Okay. Many times the problems will occur. Okay, choose your wall load, and here in this type choose as the super dead, and here the self multiplier will be 0, and here just click on the add new load. Don't click on modify load. If you click on the modify load, it will remove this delete of dead load here from here and add wall load in place of this dead. Okay, just click on the add new load and you can see that the wall load has been defined. Okay, now we will be defining the floor finish and ceiling plaster load. Floor finish and ceiling plaster load. Okay, for that we will be choosing it as the super dead only, as the floor finish means the tiles and all that work is in the form of the super dead. Okay, here the self multiplier will be 0, as we need to define this all these things of what will be the load and all that, and just click here on the add new load, and you can see that the floor finish and ceiling plaster load has also been defined. Okay, why we have put here the value for the self weight multiplier 1 for the dead load, as because the software will take the load on its own, as we have defined the sections here, like the frame, walls and the beams. We have provided all its dimension, right, with the density and all that things. Okay, with the grade of concrete, what are the stains property, and all the things we have provided. And for this dead, we will be taking here the self multiplier as the 1, and we don't need to add the dead, assign the dead load to the model. Okay, and just click on OK, and you can see all your details of the load patterns have been defined. Just click on OK, and to see whether they have been perfectly defined or not, just go here to the define, and it go for the load patterns, and it we go for the see that the dead, live, wall load and the floor finish have been perfectly defined with its type as the super dead, and this is live. Okay, just click on OK, and that's it for the defining the load patterns.